mom, being from Alabama, grew up in church. My dad did not. We were high holidayers, nothing more. Being an educated Southern woman, I knew the gospel. I knew who Jesus was, but nothing more than just sort of head knowledge. I just sort of floated through. I was really concerned with the future and the next step and where was I going to go and my plan and things like that. I was just always looking for something and I didn't know what it was. 2014 was the biggest year of my life. I started feeling an enormous presence around me. All I could hear in my mind and in my heart was worship, 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 worship. I explored a few different avenues. I saw the Muslims really prostrating in front of their Lord. I tried that, not going anywhere, but just sort of watching videos and things and just trying to figure out how to worship. I'm being told to worship. How do I do this? I tried some Kundalini yoga just to try and get a grip on this presence that was around me and growing, and it was very strong and very, very real. My mother-in-law, I was staying with her for the weekend, and I went to church with her on Sunday. The sermon was on worship and the importance of worship. And I thought, okay, that's God speaking. I went to Apostles the next weekend, and I immediately felt at home there. I felt that same presence that I felt it there. Jonathan Yusuf was preaching on David and Goliath, and I immediately identified with David. I felt this overwhelming trust for God. And again, I identified with Nehemiah. He chose to work for God alone and to do everything by faith. I knew that Jesus was the way. God brought me to his son. It reassured me that that voice in my head wasn't schizophrenia. It was God. I said, Lord, I am yours, mind, body, heart, and soul, for your use on this earth to do your will. That's what I'm here for. It was more than just accepting Christ into my life. It was completely giving the Lord God control of everything that I am. My will is no longer. I belong to God. His best work is through those who allow him to. He may have given us free will, but when we give that back to him, he can do extraordinary things. I'd struggled with kind of who I am and what do I want to do and sort of obsessing on the future for so long, I completely let it go. It didn't matter anymore. God's will, so much greater than what I could have ever imagined for myself. Why wouldn't I trust him? Why wouldn't I give myself completely to his will? It's so much bigger and so much greater. And I did, and it was such peace. God's showing me courage and confidence and boldness in growing this extraordinary strength inside of me to speak out in his name and to know that when he asks me to do something, if I do it in him completely, that it is only success that I will know. Suppose a woman has 10 silver coins and loses one. Does she not light a lamp, sweep the house, and search carefully until she finds it? And when she finds it, she calls her friends and neighbors together and says, "Rejoice with me, I have found my lost coin." In the same way, I tell you, there is rejoicing in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner who repents.